Spirit guides are beings without bodies. Welcome to the spiritual side. I am Tina B, and today we are talking about spirit guides, who they are, what they're helping you with, and at the end, some uncomfortable truths about spirit guides that you really do need to know, but not a lot of people are going to tell you about. So, as I said earlier, spirit guides are beings without bodies that your soul has contracted in to help you in some way, shape, or form for your soul's growth. Now, what does it mean to being a being without a body? Just that. They don't have physicality. They have no need for physicality like we do here on Earth. Now, they may present themselves to you with a shape that looks like a body, and that's so your brain can make sense of what you're seeing. How we on Earth comprehend beings is with bodies. So that's the way they are going to present themselves to you most of the time. Now, some spirit guides are angel guides, some spirit guides are passed down loved ones, some spirit guides you knew in a past life possibly, other spirit guides you may have never encountered before, but they hold some sort of expertise for your soul's growth, and that's why your soul has contracted them in. And we have spirit guides for anything and everything. I have spirit guides to help me find joy. I have spirit guides that help me in relationships. They could be helping you with your spiritual growth, your career, just about anything your soul is looking to grow, learn, and expand on. You could definitely have a spirit guide around that topic. Now, some spirit guides are here for your whole entire life, meaning they came with you at birth and they will go with you at death. They're always going to be there for you as long as you're in this physical body. Now, other spirit guides are more temporary, and they're really just here to help get you through to maybe the next cycle in your life, or you're going through a hard time. Let's say you're going through a breakup and your heart needs a lot of healing. Your soul may just contract in a temporary spirit guide to help you heal your heart chakra. It's pretty much at the basics, the 101 of like, who is a spirit guide and why are they here? I'm going to wait to talk about how to work with spirit guides in another video. So if that's something you're interested in, just like and subscribe and be on the lookout for that, along with some light language to help you connect with your spirit guides. But right now we're getting into the uncomfortable truth about spirit guides. As I said earlier, spirit guides are beings without bodies your soul has contracted in for some sort of purpose. And as a human, we may not always see this purpose from a higher perspective, and therefore we might see it as bad, quote unquote, or uncomfortable, or just something that we didn't really expect a spirit guide to be there for. So what do I mean by that? Let's say you were quitting smoking, and your soul was so on board for it. They're like, yep, I'm done with that smoking experience. I want to do something else. But we're going to need a being without a body to help Tina in her physicality quit smoking. I get a spirit guide contracted in, and every time I'm craving a cigarette, they send me this little ding and kind of show me the image of a sucker. And I should be having the sucker instead of smoking the cigarette. So eventually, you've replaced suckers with cigarettes, you've quit smoking, but now you're a sugar addict. And now you want to quit that lollipop addiction. But there's a spirit guide poking you in your back every time you're craving a cigarette saying, sugar, 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 sucker, 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 right? So in those cases, we need to cancel the contract with that spirit guide because the goal has been achieved. You no longer are craving cigarettes, and you no longer need to be craving suckers either. Still for your soul's growth, but in that moment, you might see it as more detrimental than helpful. Or let's say you are ready for a complete life overhaul. Your soul's been, knocking you on the head saying it's time to quit that job. It's time to leave this relationship. It's time to leave this area. You need to move on and get going. But you and your humanness just don't seem to be receiving those messages. Well, you might just get contracted in with a chaos guide, a guide that is meant to stir up shake things up, create a little chaos in your life, so you start jumping and hopping and leaping into your highest timeline. Every once in a while, those guys just kind of want to stick around, and they're really here past their due date. And that's because maybe the contract that the being came in on has just been overlooked for a little while. It's just gotten old, it's gotten stagnant. Nobody's really picked up that contract, said, hey, guy, you're still here. You should have left 6 months ago. You need to leave. That's when things like psychic readings can be really, really helpful. We can see what you're struggling with. If there's a being without a body, a spirit guide contracted in to help your soul's growth in that moment, and we can work on releasing them. Spirit guide readings are one of my favorite things to do. If you're interested in that, you can go to my website, energetichealingwithtinaB.com, and get yourself a spirit guide reading. They are so fun, and they always bring about so much good information. Not all spirit guides are great at their job either. Let's say, I really like this example. You always go to the same coffee shop every morning, and suddenly there's a new barista at that coffee shop. You might be waiting an extra minute or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 for your regular coffee because they're just brand new at their job. They've never been a barista before, and it just takes some time to get the ins and outs and the ropes down. They just might not be an expert at being a spirit guide right now. Or you guys just need a little bit of time to get to know each other and to know how to best communicate with each other. So not all spirit guides are detrimental. Not all spirit guides are poking you in the back, telling you to eat the candy. All spirit guides are here to help you in some way, shape, or form, whether it be, again, to experience more joy, more love, more abundance in your life, or if it is to quit smoking or create a little chaos. Either way, your soul sees both of these scenarios as beneficial to you and in your greatest and highest good. So just know that there's really no good or bad when it comes to spirit guides. It's all for your growth, all for your empowerment. And again, although it may be uncomfortable in some situations, it's really all happening for you. So that's what I have for you. That is the very basics that you need to know about spirit guides, who they are, what they're doing here, and the uncomfortable truth about them. And we'll see you in the next video. Again, how to communicate with spirit guides, light language for spirit guides, and so much more. We will see you in the next.